everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. Um, Dad and I went to the cinema today, and we went to see Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol, and it was intense. It was just exceptional. The action sequences were jam-packed, full of adrenaline and suspense. And most of the time when we were watching, Dad had his finger between his teeth, and he does that when he becomes really engrossed with something, especially if it's really um, in your face action. And I was like that too, but I was more like this, completely transfixed with everything that was going on. And they had a superb chase scene within this film, even better than the Bourne Identity trilogy, which I absolutely love, with a parkour scene. Um, this one was really unbelievable when Ethan Hunt, Tom's character, goes after Cobalt. Well, he doesn't know that is Cobalt yet, but sorry, small spoiler. But um, I kind of got lost along the way because I hadn't seen Mission Impossible 3, so I need to see that as well. But I really love this one because the first Mission Impossible I really wasn't a fan of, and I didn't see the second or the third because I thought that it wasn't worth my time, and I thought, okay, I like action adventure films. They are my favorite genre other than comedy and animation and musicals. I do like other genres as well, but those are my four mainstays. And I really I absolutely adored this. This was everything that I could have possibly wanted in an action adventure film. And it just was it was incredible. Especially with the scene where Ethan is using the anti-gravity gloves to climb the Tower of Dubai, and I was looking at my dad and I said, "You couldn't pay me to do something like that. There's no possible way." Now, on my bucket list, yeah, I do want to jump out of a plane. Yes, I do want to parasail. Yes, I would like to surf, and um, climbing the side of a building is not on my list of things to do before I die. It's just insane, and the scene itself is just crazy. And then with the camera angle at the side, you could see how high it was, and I thought, ah, thank you, but no, I will pass. I prefer living. Um, I like how it just made you feel uncomfortable and anxious and scared, and all those emotions were surging in my heart at that time when I saw that, and I thought that the way that was depicted was really well done, and I think a lot of the other characters did a better job than Tom did, even though I feel that Tom did a better job in this one, and he also co-wrote, and J.J. Abrams, who directed Star Trek, he did this, and of course Bad Robot was part of it. I think um, that's a company that he's responsible for. I don't know if that's true. Probably not. It's a company that um, was incorporated with this. Um, I really don't have any. There's nothing that I could say that was flawed about this at all. I did enjoy a lot of the humor that was involved with it because it provided an interesting mix, and then there was an underlying romance involved with it. It wasn't really brought out too much, and it was more about the action, and that's what I really liked about it. It was just a rush of emotions and different action sequences that just came at you, literally rushed at you. It just came at full speed, at hyper speed, and It was completely insane, but I absolutely loved it, and I would see it again in a heartbeat. I probably would have to because of some of the things that left me scratching my head, like how Ethan ended in the Russian prison. I think that was from MI3, but like I said, I haven't seen MI3, so I was sitting there thinking I should be understanding this, but there's something that just isn't clicking for me. Um, of course, I have a lot of favorite scenes, but I think one of my ultimate favorite scenes is when all the different characters have names of planets, and the techie, he's given the name Pluto, and of course Brant, who's an analyst, he says, oh wait, he says, well, I'm Pluto. I mean, that's not even a planet anymore. And then Brant says, well, Uranus is still open. And he says, it's funny because you said anus. And I absolutely love that, even though it was really sophomoric humor, but it was very amusing to me. And just the wit and the pun that was implied with that. And I just thought it was very clever and amusing. Um, the guy who played the Playboy, he reminded me of a friend of mine. Of course, the friend of mine is not that bad, but uh, the way he talked about himself, I thought, yeah, I've been around East Indians that are kind of like that, and my friend is a quite close example of that. But um, I thought that was really funny. Plus, the part where Carter, I absolutely love Agent Carter, where Carter flipped him over her shoulders and landed him on the bed and put him in a sleeper hold and nearly snapped his neck. And she said, "The code, or I will kill you. Actually, I'll snap your neck in two." And he gives her the code finally, and she uh, puts a sleeping dart in his neck and tells him good night before she leaves. But I love that scene. I just thought it was outstanding. And of course, my other favorite, well, actually, my two other favorites are the ones with Moreau and Carter. That was a fantastic cat fight, and it ended really well. I was really happy with the results. And then the last fight, the epic battle between Hunter and Cobalt, which I thought was the climax, actually the crux of the film. And I didn't know what to. Well, I did know what to expect of the denouement because it was kind of predictable. The other MI films had that element. This is your mission should you choose to accept it, and leaves it open for a sequel. Um, I liked the very last camera angle that they used when Ethan is walking away into the fog, and then he just vanishes. I thought, ooh, mysterious, but it was extremely well done and just masterfully crafted, and I absolutely adored it. So, if anybody's a fan of the originals and if they have kind of lost faith in the franchise, this is the best of all of the MI films, and I'm glad I got the chance to see it. And I absolutely ate every second of it up, and it was just my kind of movie. And I look forward to more films that are like this. So I give it two thumbs up and my highest rating, which is 5 stars. It rocked. I will say that for it. It truly did. It was just kick butt, nonstop action. Completely just tremendous. And I was totally transfixed from beginning to end, even though it was a very long movie. And for someone like me who gets bored really easily, I wasn't, especially with the plot, because the plot kept me engaged. And I probably would have to see it a second time because it was just so intricate and multi-layered and just very involved. And like I said, elements are just approaching you at such speed, and it's so rapid that it's hard to really process what's going on. So it's going to require a second viewing, but one day I'll do that. But like I said, I have no complaints about this movie, and I think it was absolutely perfect if you can do that with a film. But even Tom proved himself with his acting ability, so he's getting better. So he gets my vote of approval.